Today in Grow a Garden in Roblox, I want to tell you guys 5 things that I really like about this update, the blacksmithing update, and 5 things I can't stand. And at first, I was simply going to make a video talking about all the negative things that this update has, the poor decisions, the nerfs, things like that. But I didn't want to just completely destroy the developers because they've made a lot of really good things in this update, a lot of quality of life we needed, but they've made some boneheaded decisions. If Grow a Garden content is something you want me to continue to make, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel, and let's get into the video. And I worded that intro like that, Grow a Garden content you want me to continue to make, because I'm starting to feel a little disenfranchised with Grow a Garden. A little disappointed is putting it mildly, frustrated is putting it aggressively, with a lot of the boneheaded decisions and short-sighted decisions and decisions based off of potentially greed and potentially choosing the wrong target audience that Grow a Garden makes. So I got 5 negative things and 5 positive things. I'm going to start off with the big negative thing. That is the most obvious nerf the developers made to the most casual part of this game that most of its young audience enjoys, and most people enjoy, period, and that was nerfing the crafting requirements for the common gem egg. This thing right here. This thing right here. Take a look at this. Okay. So when this first came out, it cost 3 common coal. Just 3. How did you acquire common coal? You acquired coal by submitting a gear, an egg, and a fruit to the furnace. And most of the time, you would get a common coal. And sometimes you would get uncommon coal and rare coal, etc. Now, it was 3 common coal plus an egg, meaning on average, you would need 4, sometimes more, but 4 eggs to make a gem egg. 4 to 1. That was the ratio before. Then the developers lost their minds. Then they must have decided, man, these kids are getting eggs way too easy. How are they supposed to buy these eggs with Robux if they're getting the eggs way too easy? And they nerfed it. Instead of common coal requirements, they nerfed it to a 1 legendary coal, which is, let me show you the math. On average, you acquire a legendary coal from turn-ins 10% of the time, which is 1 in every 10 turn-ins, which means on average, a legendary coal is going to cost you 10 eggs to acquire. So then you take that legendary coal, which costs you on average 10 eggs, with 2 regular coal, which on average costs you 2 eggs, so you have 12 eggs total, and then you add the common egg, 13 eggs total, to make 1 of the new eggs in the event. Why would they make this change? Why would they make it relatively easy to acquire for everybody, including young audiences, and then make it very difficult for everyone to acquire? Why? I only have a few options. I have a few questions. Is it a black market issue? Are the developers beholden to black market bots propping up their population numbers and the black market people who have I'm just getting frustrated thinking about it. Are they trying to keep the values of certain pets high? I don't know what's going on, but they nerfed it into the ground. They made it really, really hard and frustrating for everyone to do, and people flooded my comment section complaining, wanted me to make a video to try and fix it. I slept on it. I thought, okay, you know what? I'll wait in the morning. I'll make that video. And I woke up this morning and I saw a message on the official Discord server saying they changed it, they made it easier, they buffed it. Hooray! Can you hear the sarcasm here? Take a look. Let me pick these up. Are my Pachycephalosaurus available? Let me just, yeah, they're available. Okay, let me pick this up. Okay, here's the new crafting thing. It's no longer a legendary coal, but it's not a common coal, it's a rare coal. So they went in between. It used to be a common coal. They went all the way up to a legendary coal. Oops, that's too far. People got mad. Let's buff it and make people happy. It's a rare coal. Rare coal is 1 in 3 chance to acquire. So 3 eggs, 4 eggs, 5 eggs. It's still 6 eggs to make a gem egg. This is stupid. I hate this. Change this. The developers need to decide right here and now who they make this game for. Are they making it for older audiences who have pockets, who have money in their pockets that can spend on this game? Or are they making it for the young audiences who play this game predominantly? Do they want to see the dream of re-achieving 1, 2, 3 million concurrent players? Or do they want to sit between 50,000 concurrent players and 200,000 concurrent players who have deeper pockets? That's what I want to know, because this is getting really frustrating. Make your game for kids, not for adults. Now that I got that off my chest, I've been trying to do that. I filmed 2 videos this morning trying to talk about that. I just got so mad every time. I had to calm down, Crow, try it again, try and be calm. Let's talk about a good thing. This is legitimately phenomenal. This is a sign the developers hear you and then do stuff like that and you just lose your mind, but they do hear you. The developers have buffed your cosmetic inventory space. I made a video on it yesterday. Take a look. I used to be at the cap of cosmetics and I'm now 360 different cosmetics beneath it. That's right, different cosmetics. This change made it so that they only care about the different cosmetics. So these 5 only count as 1. These 4 only count as 1. These 10 only count as 1. These 18 only count as 1. It's beautiful. This is a phenomenal change. This is the kind of quality of life change people have been asking for forever. Good job. Well done. I know you love it, guys. I love it. And I hope the developers hear us, that we really love this kind of change. Which leads me on to a negative thing, in this game. They did that for cosmetic space, but they still don't give us pet inventory space. They gave us 12 new pets. You heard me, 12 new different kind of pets in this game. And they haven't increased our pets capacity. They keep hiding the pet capacity in the Ascension shop so that their previous hard work is not useless. Oh, please use the Ascension shop. We know you don't like it. Please use it. We have to make it relevant. We put all that labor-intensive work into it, so please use it. No, we don't want to use it. Just fix it. Fix the pet inventory situation. Give us permanent storage. Something. Anything. Good thing number 2. There's lots of good things in this. People have been asking for forever. Hi, Eugene. How are you? The person talked in the chat and said they were a fan. Hi, Eugene, in case you're watching this video after the fact. People have been saying for forever they want the pancake stacks because a lot of the best pets in this game require proximity. And if you played during the cooking event, you got the pancake stacks, which helped keep pets in proximity. And if you played after the fact, you didn't have access to that. But the developers did listen to us and they gave us a new item. It is this one here. It's basically a magnet looking one. I got a couple extra ones here. Here it is. This thing here, we can craft this now. And this is also a pancake stacks. So that's fantastic. You heard the community and you made this. And I know you guys, the lovely people who play this game, love this. Those of you who are like, yes, thank you so much for giving us a pancake stacks. That's an awesome change, an awesome addition. I love to see it. I mean, personally, I had like 14 pancake stacks, so I didn't really need it, but it's nice to have, even for me. Moving on to negative thing number 3. Negative thing number 3. Okay, pay attention. Focus up. Okay. Did you know there's digging in this game? Yeah, there is, but they hid it in a really weird spot. That's first part of this. This is a multi-part complaint. They hid the digging and didn't tell anyone. It's over here in the shop. You have to click this shop here, and here's the digs right here. Boom. What? Why did you hide it? Why didn't you add a button somewhere on the screen that was obvious for people to go, oh, there's digging. Cool. That's only the first complaint. Okay. I think it's because, again, they want you to do this. They want you to spend Robux on digging because, again, I don't think the target audience is young audiences anymore. I think the target audiences are people with money. But now, before, the digs used to come every 5 minutes. Then they came after a nerf hours and hours for one single dig. Now, as you can see, I have to wait 40 minutes for a single dig. That's part number 2. Part number 2 is that I have to sit here for 40 minutes plus, probably an hour. I bet you it's an hour to wait for a single dig. And how many digs do I need to dig up something? On average, 5 or 6, because you got to try and find the thing. And then sometimes you can't find things right away. It takes multiple digs to find one object. And then you can dig and get a common coal. Oh, I stayed in game for hours and I got a common coal. Wow. Oh, and that's the other problem. Those digs that apparently take an hour or so to refresh, don't refresh when you're offline. They don't refresh when you're offline. In a game whose like tagline is garden grows while you're offline, you don't get potential chances at rewards refreshing while you're offline. You have to be in game to get one dig. To miss. Here, watch. I got one dig. Watch. Let me see. Oh, I waited an hour. I got nothing. I don't even know where the next thing is. I waited an hour for that. That's good thing number 4, because if I need to talk about good things, I'm going to lose my mind. Good thing number 4, I really enjoy the repeatable nature of this event. This event can be done as aggressively or as casually as you decide. And I think that's a great decision, a great structure for the developers to continue to do forward. Hopefully you kind of agree with me as well. Because you can choose to grind this like mad. You can choose to submit 500 gear, 500 eggs, and 500 fruits and get 500 chances at call for legendary call and divine call. You can pursue this as hardcore as you want or as casually as you want. You might think to yourself, I just want the eggs, right? So I might do this a few times, submit an egg, come back, do it a few more times, get an egg. You can do this as slowly as you want or as aggressively as you want. And I think that's a phenomenal design choice. I love that. But speaking about submission, this is problem number 4, bad thing number 4. I think I missed a bad thing. Bad thing number 4, guys, needing eggs in the furnace entirely. Like, why? I mean, someone like me who is able to farm this event like crazy because it's my job. I'm sitting on thousands and thousands of extra eggs I'm never going to hatch. So I don't mind shoving thousands and thousands of eggs into this machine if I so chose. But not everyone's like me. Not everyone has that many eggs in their inventory. Many casual young players only have a handful, and they burn through them, and then all of a sudden they can't participate in the event. That's a poor choice. And not only is that a poor choice, come here. Not only is that a poor choice, no, come here. The problem is that when they submit something rarer, I mean, you put in a common egg and a watering can and a carrot, and you get a common coal. That makes sense. Logically in your brain, you're like, okay, I gave them a common egg, a watering can, and a carrot. I got a common coal. Okay, cool. But when I put in an event egg, like a spooky egg, and then I put in a prismatic gear, like a lollipop, and then I put in a bone blossom plant, like transcendent fruit, and I get a common coal, that feels bad. And then you do that and you get the common coal and you're like, this is dumb. I'm not playing this. I'm going to go play Steal a Brain Rot. The fact that there is no difference. Let me emphasize this again. Here is the common loot table. When you give common ingredients, you get common points or whatever. This loot table right here is no different than the legendary loot table right here. You have the same chances. That doesn't make any sense. That is illogical. When you're developing this game, again, come here. When you're developing this game, I'm speaking right to the developers right now. When you're developing this game, you need to actually think about your players and what they're going to experience when they play your events. How are they going to feel? You need to think about your target audience and how they're going to feel. When they come in and they submit their common rewards and get a common reward, and they submit their uncommon and their rare ingredients and get a common reward, how is that going to make them feel? When you take the egg recipe and you nerf it and make it that much harder to do, how are they going to feel? You need to consider these things, or you're just going to alienate people away from your game further and further and further. When you add 12 more new pets to the game but don't solve their pet capacity problem, how are they going to feel? When they come in the morning, 24 hours later, to check out your game, and they want to go digging, but it says no digs available because they don't respawn while they're offline, how are they going to feel? So I'm done talking to developers. I'm done talking to them. I'm talking to you, the person who plays this game, who loves this game. Overall, as someone who plays this game, I know you're frustrated. To the gamers who play, to the gamers who just want to enjoy their garden game, I know you're frustrated. I know you see all the good things the developers add to this game, and then all the bad things developers do. And you're frustrated and you're annoyed. I get it. I'm with you. So I'm hoping videos like this make it to the ears of the developers and they can start making better decisions on trying to make an enjoyable gaming experience. And I hope it's not a greed thing. I hope. God, I hope. So hopefully this video wasn't like too downtrodden and negative. Hopefully it was also some positivity in here and not all just complaining. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and hit subscribe. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.